You've taken 17 contracts in 9 years. You never missed, you never hesitated, you never asked questions, until they put a photograph on the table in front of you, and you recognized the eyes before you even saw the name. The room is small. It always is. These meetings never happen somewhere nice. It's always a back office, a storage room, somewhere with bad lighting and one door. Marco sits across from you. He's got a folder. He always has a folder. He slides it across the table like it's nothing, like it's just another job. You open it, and the world stops. She's 23 now. You can tell by the jawline, by the way she holds her shoulders. That's your posture. You recognize it. You've seen it in mirrors your whole life. She's got her mother's nose, her mother's hair. But the eyes, those are yours, completely yours. The name on the file reads, Sophia Reyes. Your last name, your daughter's name, the daughter you haven't spoken to in 14 years. Marco is watching you. You know he's watching you. So you do the thing you've trained yourself to do in rooms like this one. You keep your face completely still. You left when Sophia was 9. You didn't leave because you wanted to. At least that's what you told yourself for a long time, that you didn't have a choice, that the life you were already in made the decision for you, that walking away from your family was the only way to keep them safe. Maybe that was true. Maybe you were also a coward who didn't know how to be a father and found a convenient excuse to stop trying. You've had 14 years to sit with that question. You still don't have a clean answer. What you know is this: her mother moved her away within a year, changed schools, changed neighborhoods, eventually changed cities. You got updates through a third party for the first few years. Sophia started high school, Sophia got a scholarship, Sophia graduated. And then even those updates stopped. You told yourself that was fine. That was good. That meant she was out. That meant she was clear of all of this. Except she wasn't clear. She was never clear. Because she's in that folder, which means she got close to something she shouldn't have gotten close to, which means someone, somewhere, decided she's a loose end, and they called you to tie it.
How long? You ask Marco. 72 hours, he says. She's been talking to a journalist, federal contact. We don't know how much she's given them yet, but we're not waiting to find out. You nod slowly. Where is she? Marco gives you the address. An apartment, 3rd floor, east side of the city. You've worked with worse information. You good? Marco asks. It's not a question about your feelings. It's a question about your reliability. It's Marco's way of asking, are you going to be a problem? I'm good, you say. He closes the folder. Meeting over. You walk out. You get in your car. You sit there in the parking lot for 6 minutes without starting the engine. 6 minutes is the longest you've let yourself feel something in years. She's talking to a journalist. That means she knows something. That means at some point, Sophia Reyes, your 9-year-old daughter who used to fall asleep on the couch watching cartoons, decided to go up against people like Marco. She got your stubbornness too. Of course she did. You case the apartment building the next morning. That's protocol. You learn the exits, the cameras, the rhythms of the place. You find out which unit is hers by watching the mailboxes through a coffee shop window across the street. And then she walks out of the building. You weren't ready for that part. You expected to see her eventually. That's the job, but not like this. Not in regular daylight with a coffee in her hand and a bag over her shoulder, looking like a completely normal person living a completely normal life. She's taller than you imagined. She walks fast, head up, no headphones, aware of her surroundings. You notice that immediately. She's careful. She got that from somewhere too. She goes to a library, stays for 2 hours, goes to a grocery store, buys things for one person, goes home. You sit across the street the whole time. You don't move, you don't approach, you just watch her live her life for one ordinary Tuesday, and you think about the 9 years you were actually there, the birthday parties you showed up to smelling like someone else's problems, the school plays you missed, the one time she got sick and you were 3 states away and her mother had to handle it alone. You are the reason she's in danger. Not because she sought this out, but because she grew up without a father, and at some point she started asking questions about why, and those questions led to answers, and those answers led her somewhere she was never supposed to go. You created this problem, and now they want you to end it.
That night, you sit in your car outside her building for 3 hours. You think about the 17 contracts, 17 people. You never knew most of their names before the job, and you made sure to forget them after. That was the system. That was how you stayed functional. But you know this name. You know the birthday. March 4th. She used to want strawberry cake. Not chocolate, not vanilla, strawberry. And her mother could never find the right one, so one year you drove to 4 different bakeries until you found it. You drove to 4 bakeries for a pink cake because she wanted it. You haven't thought about that day in probably 10 years. You're thinking about it now. You can complete the contract, or you can burn everything you've built in this life to the ground and warn her. There is no third option. You get out of the car. You don't have your kit with you. That's the first thing that would tell anyone watching that something is different tonight. You came without it. You've never shown up to a location without your kit in 9 years. You walk to the building. You find the buzzer panel by the door. 14 years of names you don't know, and one name you do. S. Reyes. Apartment 3C. You stand there looking at that buzzer for a long time. A couple walks past you on the sidewalk, laughing about something. A car goes by with music coming out of it. The city just keeps moving. It doesn't know what's happening on this sidewalk. It doesn't care. Your finger hovers over the button. You think about Marco. You think about what happens to people who don't complete their contracts. You think about the very specific and very ugly things that have happened to people who tried to cross this organization. And you think about how you were sometimes the specific and ugly thing that happened to them. You think about a pink strawberry cake. You press the buzzer. Static. Then her voice. Cautious. Guarded. Who is it? And for a second you can hear it. 9 years old in that voice. Just underneath the adult version of her. Underneath all those years of distance and silence and growing up without you, there she is. You clear your throat. You stop. What do you even say? It's your father? It's the man who was supposed to protect you and instead became the threat. It's the person who was supposed to be the reason you're safe and instead became the reason you're in a folder. The intercom crackles. Hello? You need to leave your apartment tonight. Take nothing. Don't use your phone after this call. Go somewhere they don't know about. Do you understand me? Silence. Then, Dad? 17 contracts. You never missed. Starting tonight, your record changes.